Nice to see you.
Oh, hello, and thank you all very much. It's really nice to see so many people here. What a lovely day it is. We've had good weather all the way along while we were building it. It's quite dry weather. I'm not really going to say too much because really I've said all that can be said about building a Meccano bridge at this scale, and I don't want to go on too much more about that. I suppose really what I should do is thank people, but if I was to thank people, we'd still be here in a few days' time. It'd be like one of those boring Oscar speeches because there's so many people to thank, and at the end of the day you'd leave somebody out. And anyway, they don't need thanking because they all did it because they liked doing it. I'm thinking particularly of the volunteers from the Manchester, Bolton and Bury Canal Society, who are just amazing people. They turn up in cold weather and will work all day for no reward other than the joy of improving their own environment. So I'm very pleased about that. And the thing is, it's a sort of metaphorical bridge because it's brought a lot of people together. People like different organisations. I'm not going to name them all because that would be up. But there's a very special thing just about to happen. Are you ready, May? We've got with us here a local resident, May Barlow. She's lived here all her life. She's well known to most of you probably. And it's occurred to her that today would have been her and her husband's 60th wedding anniversary. She's asked us to come and lay some flowers on the bridge in commemoration of that. I think that's a lovely thing. So here she is now. May is coming up. Hello, May. Very, very nice to see you. Here she is. What an occasion, May. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, I'd like to say how nice it is that everybody's turned out today. When we started this project quite a few years ago, we never thought it would be like this, did we?
No.
And it's absolutely wonderful for people to turn out. I know the sun's shining, but that's what we want. And I think we've been blessed today with the weather, because it's been so awful these last few weeks, so I'm sure we've been blessed. And thank you very much for coming, and I hope you all enjoy it.
Okay. So we put the flowers on the bridge. Beautiful. They're beautiful flowers as well. Thank you very much, May. Just watch your step there.
We've got several things I want to say. I won't say too much, just like Liam, keep it short. But this bridge belongs to an awful lot of people. It belongs to the developer who found the money, Bolton Council who tweaked the money out of the developer and who are going to look after the bridge, and that Bolton Council engineered it, to Liam, of course, who designed the bridge, to the society and other volunteers who actually built the bridge. Those of you've been following this will realise that we actually built the main part of the bridge in 4 days in December. That's as long as it took. It's then taken us another 4 months to finish it off. Well, you see the results today. But above all, this bridge, I think, belongs to Little Lever, and it's your bridge now if you live here, and I hope you'll look after it and use it well. So thank you for that. If you want a memento of the bridge, then our society shop has various books, but you can take away your own nut and bolt if you want to buy one. They're wonderful things just to hold and mess around with, so they're great. If you want to see how we put it together, that's a screwdriver, sits on the nut and bolt, and there's the spanner, large size. So I've only one other thing to do today, and that is, we said there were going to be various surprises today, and the Society is proud to make Mr. Liam Curtin a life member of the Society. So, Liam, all yours. The least we can do. It's been great fun, and I'll pass you on. Who's on next?
A number of things strike me here. One is that there's just to our left-hand side, there's a site of special scientific interest, and what amazes me about it, having read about it, is that what was once a very, very highly polluted area is now an area of enormous diversity. And that's just a sign of how nature can regenerate things that we as human beings have tainted. And I understand actually that the area around Chernobyl now is one of the most diverse sites in Europe, because human beings are no longer interfering with it. And although it's got the nuclear pollution, the vegetation and the animal life is abounding there because human beings don't go there anymore. So it's a little sort of vignette here of how when human beings pollute things, nature takes over and revives and revitalizes things. The other thing I'd love to see is anything to do with canals. I think we've lost a great deal of our history when we allowed these canals to be silted in and built over. And one of my ambitions, before I finish, and Paul says it's not going to be possible, I'd love us to get this canal back to Church Wharf in Bolton, because the ability of canals to regenerate areas, Birmingham's the best example, but not the only example, is phenomenal. And I herald and cherish the work that the Bolton Bury Canal Society do, because I think it'd be a great thing for Little Lever if we could get this canal filled with water, a great thing for Bolton if we could get through back to Church Wharf again, and if we can get a canal under the M6 at Lancaster, we can get the canal back to Bolton Town Centre, which would be a great thing for all people in this town. The other final thing I'd like to say, and it's part of my philosophy of life, is this: you have to grow old, but you don't have to grow up. So seeing the Meccano Bridge is absolutely great. Thank you very much. I'm very, very pleased to open it. If the Meccano scissors work.
We have a backup.
Well, I have to tear it with my bare hands, I think.
Do it two-handed, I'll hold the mic.
Two-handed might work. It's a laceration, if not an opening of this tape.
Council provide.
Very good. Just turn.
Thank you very much for coming here and enjoy the rest of the day. And a brass band to boot. By gum.
Thank you. Thank you.